Gone about this game. They've really put a heap of work into Matty Scarlett. They've made sure that he hasn't had any time where he's been on his own or loose. They've got Michael Hurley play a really important role in the pod and a lot of heat around the footy. Can they keep it up for one more quarter, the Bombers?
Will we see the boil over of season 2011? Here's Ryder, Zaharakis. Monfries has to release it quickly. Zaharakis desperate. Beautiful handball to Hocking. Now to Crameri. Kicks into the open spaces. Running onto it is Collier. Can't take the mark. Bounces in his favour. Goal! The big first goal goes to the Bombers.
And didn't they play it well? Geelong's pressure was enormous and they worked the handball out. A really smart kick there from Stuart Crameri into space. Collier too quick for Menzel and runs into an open goal. They weathered the storm for 2 or 3 minutes of that opening stanza in the last quarter.
Cats will keep coming. Duncan now down the back. Has a good call from Mackie, who's slipped beyond the centre. And he sees a man running loose inside the 50. It's Stokes who can go back and have a look at them.
Michael Hibbard's had a big night. If they had said you'll keep Stevie Johnson to just 13 disposals and no goals, you'd take that every day of the week. But that turnover across half-back really hurt, and Geelong get you on the rebound, and this resulted in a shot to Matty Stokes to maybe keep them in touch in this game of football.
Good man to have the ball. He's 11-2 from set shots for the year, although he doesn't want it. He was always looking. And Chapman from right in front, and a metre or two closer, is an even better man to have it. He's kicked 7-2 from set shots this year, but he is a man who time after time has nailed the important shot. This is one of those. 22 points down. And yet again, Chappie doesn't let them down.
So the margin's back to 16 points. Here's Bartel, being uncharacteristically quiet tonight. Kicks tough one, and Chapman again, leading from the front. Long ball. Ottens is there, takes the slider.
Just a massive strength and power of a big man, Lloyd, isn't it? I mean, he called it, and the understanding as well from Chappie. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the physical strength there. I mean, poor old Tate Pears.
He just couldn't, man too.
Yeah, couldn't compete with the size, and really well played from Geelong. And had a quiet night, Lloydie, but this is why he's such a respected player. He can always go down and do that.
Ottens to make it 10 points to difference.
Summed it up really well, Das. A man mountain, and that's often the body and the contested marks have gone out of the game, and you sometimes wonder what can you do in a marking contest, but he just protected the space for where the ball was going. Hasn't done a lot in the ruck, but that was a big goal, and they are coming hard.
It spills free again. Handball comes towards Prismal. Off to Pears. Pears kicks into the middle, and a good mark taken by Crameri, who gets it moving quickly. Hill might get there. He does. This time he won't dish off. He'll go back and have a shot.
It's fantastic stuff from David Hill there, and you just saw the coach's box from the Cats with their heads down, because he just gut run. He turned Harry Taylor inside out. You'll just see at the corner of your screen, there is David Hill, who came into the pitch, and look at Harry Taylor just trailing him by 15 metres. He went out and he double-legged back, got himself into a great position.
David Hill makes no mistake. Bombers by 16.
Such a big moment for David Hill, and great pick-up, Das. Look at the work rate. 112 kilos, and he's ran Harry Taylor off his legs there to set up that shot for goal. He's doubted himself all week, probably thinking, will I get a game, won't I? Hasn't had the biggest game, but that was a big moment to stand up.
Hocking off to McVeigh, into the pocket, looking for Stanton, can't take the mark. Collier coughed it straight up to Gillies. Handball astray, here's Jetta. Crammery, Collier will go all the way himself. Two telling goals in the last quarter to Travis Collier, the sub tonight, and that might be enough.
Yeah, it's a big might, Quarters, because it's 20 points. It's an interesting lead. The Bombers would be thinking, how can we hang on? But there's still 7 minutes of footy to go, so they still have to keep running and attacking for at least the next 3 or 4 minutes.
Chris Scott facing his first defeat as coach. It's not over, but they need 4 goals, and they need them pretty quickly. And they've got to do it against an opponent that just will not yield. Collier playing a big part. Hocking sweeping it for Zaharakis. Zaharakis! Oh, Quarters, it won't happen for me.
Straight up the guts goes Matthew Scarlett. His target is Ottens, fisted away from him by Ryder. There's little Bombers men everywhere. Monfries is one of them. Swings around on the right, bounces it towards goal. Hits the post. Are they home, Matthew Lloyd?
Not just yet.
They're not far away from it. That'll be a free kick to Bartel as Jetta just boxed him out. I wonder if Steve Johnson can have some impact. He hasn't kicked a goal tonight. He has kicked goals in every one of 11 games he's played against Essendon. Here's Otten's long ball, Podsiadly, Hurley the spoil, Chapman, quick hands, Stokes around the corner. One is pulled back.
It's been a fantastic game to watch this, hasn't it? You love the way the Cats just never give up. Tackle count from their point of view tonight at 88, which is right up there. So their effort is just always going to be. They're going to keep coming.
Down the line. Scarlett, oh, they all missed it in the end. Everyone misjudged it. Now Monfries, he's got a loose on in the 50. He finds him perfectly. It's Crammery, and this just about to seal the issue.
Now that's just about it. 43,806 here tonight, and a massive proportion of those, to me, red and black fans. And have a look at the celebrations. How often have you seen this happen before? Matty Scarlett run underneath the footy. Two Cats players collide, Lloyd. It just doesn't happen ever. And full credit to the Bombers. What a massive, massive upset this is going to be. I reckon they'll run away and have the biggest upset win of the year from here.
As we...
Geelong free kick in front of goal. So that goal is about to be pulled back. Umpire Margetts against Hibberd, and the normally unflappable former Geelong coach aroused to a certain amount of agitation there. Steve Johnson, to maintain his perfect goal-kicking record against Essendon, clinically slots it, and the Cats are still alive, needing 3 goals in a bit over 5 minutes.
And let's see whether it was there, Tim. We've got a shot of it. As Stevie Johnson having a crack at Hibbard. It's the bottom of your screen. Stevie Johnson gives one to Hibbard first, a couple. Let's see the response. Stevie Johnson's made the most of that one.
So we're back to 16 points. I might have gone a little early.
This is a big clearance, if ever there was one. Oh, and Geelong had it for the taking. Stokes fumbled. They still win it. Duncan, perfect hand pass. Gives Stokes a second chance. Heppel, Chapman with him. Chapman to Podsiadly. Little knock on. Johnson! Punches an unbelievable goal. He's kicked 2 in a minute. The Cats are coming.
He is a genius, that man on screen there. Have a look at him. This is the quietest night that I've seen him have in about 3 seasons. Michael Hibberd, has played a fantastic job on him, Lloyd, as we spoke about all night. He sucks him into a cheap goal. How about even attempting this? Look at that. Lands on his back. No one else would even have any understanding that you could actually possibly pull that off. He rolls it through. We're back to 10 points. Unbelievable.
And, Tim, you spoke of the last clearance, which the Cats got hold of. It is even bigger now. Chris Scott, he knows there's still enough time to win this.
Ball to Ling. He's got loose men in the middle, but the handball went straight to Pears, who took him on and did it well. Ball spills free. Picked up there by Howlett. Good handball to Stanton. Stanton to Collier. Collier draws the player to Jetta, to Davey, back to Collier, who's kicked 2 big goals in this last quarter. He runs to 45, decides to handball off. Stanton can be the hero. He decides the unselfish play, and he's missed the target. And now the Cats on the rebound.
Brent Stanton had the chance to ram it down the throats of all those who had booed him. Here go the Cats. Bartel perfectly to Duncan, who will line them up from 40. Brent Stanton, the opportunity to kick the goal. Perhaps did not have faith in himself. And how quickly it can swing. The margin is 10. Mitch Duncan telling himself, don't waver. And he doesn't. The margin is back to 4. This is an unbelievable night. He's got to make sure that Essendon maintain possession. He goes for Hill. Not able to mark it. Wojcinski, but Bombers with good numbers. Jetta with speed, with a bit of creativity. Collier knocking on. Crammery. Was it clever or not? We'll find out in a moment. He's got it again. He goes for Davey. Duncan in his path. Davey gets out. Collier again. Monfries. Melksham. Bombers. The Bombers have got to be home now. They have refused to let this one go.
Absolutely well summed up, Tim. It was just persistence. It was just great run and great effort and really admirable stuff from a young side who had a horrible week last week. They've run the footy well, cushioning their fitness. Did they go too hard in the pre-season? They ran out of gas and it got all too hard for them. Well, that's just desire. That's just want. I'm going to run hard. Melksham gut run all the way from the middle. He burned a couple of midfielders off. Got himself in the goal square, and have a look at the Essendon faithful at the moment. They could not be any happier, Lordy.
And time very much their enemy now. Ottens to a long lead from Podsiadly, through his fingers. Perhaps Geelong's last chance went with it. Stanton, well tackled and dumped unmercifully by Mackie. Away go the Cats. Duncan into the 50, and Johnson. He's got to have a shot, surely. 33.25 minutes gone, and he knows there are seconds left. Got to kick a goal. Kicked 2 in the last quarter already. It's a mighty roost. He's done it. He's kicked a third. It's back to 4 points. There can't be another twist left in this, surely.
How about that man there? He was beaten all night, Lloydie. Michael Hibbert, I reckon, has done as good a job on him as anyone's done, and the game's in the balance. He goes and kicks 3 in the last quarter, including that miracle goal. It's a clearance. It's an inside 50. James Hird knows what's left on the clock. Surely not. Surely they can't get another one.
And look, if you can get the shot of the Geelong back line, it's just Matty Scarlett, and then down the other end, it's just most of the players are in the defence for the Essendon Football Club.
So you see Stevie Johnson trying to organise it. They've just poured everyone back, as Lloydie said. Look at them all just streaming back, trying to get the numbers there. We need a clearance for Geelong. They need to get it inside 50, somehow pull off a mark. Is there time?
Ryder got the tap. Ling has a fresh air, suckered by Chapman, marked by Monfries. It's over. The Bombers have dared to dream tonight, and the dream has turned into a wonderful reality. A win that will be remembered for many years at Windy Hill, a win that could redefine this football club. And the Cats' incredible winning streak in 2011 comes to an end.